What's up everybody, I'm Brian from I1 Tesla and this is Rafael from Tesla Tino. Came up from Miami and we're going to do a road trip. And this isn't about Tesla versus Audi, this is more about Tesla Superchargers versus Electrify America Superchargers. I don't even know if they're called Superchargers, honestly. I don't know what they're called. It goes to show you that I don't use them very often. But we're gonna drive from here at my house in Mooresville, North Carolina, all the way down to Daytona Beach. Where are we going to?
We're going to Daytona International Speedway.
There you go. It's a supercharger there, and that's the finish line. It's about 507 miles, and obviously he's going to be using the Tesla network, and I'm going to be using the Electrify America. And this is really a race of the charging networks. How good is Electrify America? Everyone says it's crap, and it might be. I haven't really gone on a long trip because there's going to be 3 supercharging stops for both of us. We're going to see. Tesla, you might be blocked. You might have lines. We picked these 2 cars. I wanted more cars in this, but I think these cars are very even, equal for just seeing what the difference is between the charging networks. Rafael has a Performance Model 3 with the referral wheels. Congratulations.
Yes, thank you.
But that does affect his range a little bit. So instead of getting 280 miles or whatever Tesla says on a good day downhill, with the wind behind you, you're going to get a little less.
Yeah, probably more closer to 250 or less.
Yeah. My car, the Audi E-tron GT, they rate that conservatively. This is actually right now it's fully charged. It says 245. So hopefully I get that. We'll see. I really haven't done too many long trips with this car, so we're going to see that as well. We're going to have the same weather. Obviously, we'll be next to each other on the highway through Charlotte, and then it'll be broken up a little bit.
Yeah.
But he's going to film his side at his superchargers. I'm going to film mine, and we're going to break it up in between. But before we do that, so this video is sponsored by the Ridge Wallet. If you're like me, you hate carrying around a big wallet. That's why I'm pleased to show you what the Ridge Wallet is all about. This is a small minimalist wallet, which is just the same size as a credit card. You can get a money clip or a band to hold the cash. But the cool thing is, it has RFID blocking, so it's going to protect you from pocket thieves, pocket pirates. I love having a minimalist wallet, but sometimes you want to carry more than just 2 cards, so this thing can carry up to 12 cards. It expands to hold up to 12 cards in there easily, and it's still only the same size as a card, a credit card. This one is the titanium finish. This is a blue titanium. Hopefully you can see that. This is real titanium, and I have the carbon fiber as well. Love this. It's gonna last a very long time. Inside the box you actually get a tool to replace those. So out of these 2 I can make duplicate wallets where I can take the titanium and put it on one of these and have, well, I guess identical wallet. Or if you didn't want the money clip and you wanted to go with the band, you can actually add that to these and have a totally different wallet. So you might have seen these on the internet before, a lot of ads run, but did you know they also make book bags? This is a really nice book bag that is perfect for a computer. It's like velvet in there, super soft, lots of pockets, tons of room. Check out Ridge Wallet. There's over 30 colors to choose from. Of course, the titanium and the carbon fiber options, there's multiple versions of the titanium as well. There's over 40,000 5-star ratings for these wallets, so you can't go wrong with these. There's a link down below, and it's also the first comment on this video. There's 10% off with a code down below. Get your Ridge Wallet today. Again, the Ridge Wallet. Use code I1 and get 10% off.
I think I'm gonna win. You think you're gonna win. I hope it's at least close. Yeah. So that the greatness that we've been experiencing for some time is similar in both cars.
So we're taking off. Got the car going. You hear a rumble?
Fake sounds.
Fake sounds. We're taking off now. We're gonna have some fun. So again, these cars are very, very similar. He's got the performance package on his Model 3, and we have the performance package on this Audi E-tron GT. It is not an RS. That would not be comparable because you lose a lot of range with that car, and there's really only 70 more horsepower. It's not like the Plaid versus the regular Model S. So I put the destination in, and it is 210 miles from here. We have 243 on the car. We're going to see what we end up with. That's going to be perfect for the trip because we'll get there with a very low battery and we can take advantage of all the charging speed. This will charge at 270 kilowatts and it sustains for a very long time. It's not, the Tesla can charge at 250 kilowatts, but it tapers off fairly quickly. This we should, as long as all the planets are aligned, Electrify America is working great, we should be able to get all the way at 50% battery. We should still be getting 200 kilowatts. So that's fast. So our chargers are farther apart, but we can charge a little bit faster. So hopefully that makes up the time versus there's, I think, 7 chargers along the way for him. Tesla Tino is one of the beta testers for full self-driving, and he's had it for a very long time. A lot of people are getting it this weekend, actually. If you've been driving properly, I guess, or driving way better than you normally do. He's going to be using the beta this trip, so he's going where the car takes him. Again, he'll have to drive back into the superchargers and everything.
FSD beta visualizations, which just kicked in. And the superchargers are not far from here. There's no cars coming, and off we go. I am noticing the navigation is not going to take us all the way in, so I'm gonna have to disengage FSD beta. Let's go on and plug it in. So we still have about 5 more hours to go. Brian is still on his way to Daytona, and we just charged here for 30 minutes, take a quick break. There's a place to go to the restroom, so we're gonna go do that, and we'll talk to you in a minute.
We're at our first charging stop here. We're just off the highway. We just passed Raphael a little bit ago. This is at a Walmart.
Turn right, then turn right onto Upchurch.
And we're gonna get some lunch because it is 12:14.
I'm actually tracking Brian on the route. He just passed us. It looks like we're doing like really good time there.
So always at a new charging station, you try to find them. I think that's over right here. There's two 350 kilowatt chargers. And then what you have to do is in the app, well, we open this up first, pull this down, plug the big CCS adapter in there. That thing is filthy, gross. Go into our Audi app, and then we put in the number of the station that we're in. Start charge.
It should be.
What the hell's going on?
Yeah, it's like it's not recognizing it.
So this handshake is very slow, not like Tesla where you just plug it in. This has to pull up what stations are available. Put into the number of the charger that we're at. We're at this charger here. And then hit start charging. And that's because we get 3 years of charging for free with an Audi and EPW. Do we have to reconnect it? Start new charging session. So already our first problem, we had to unplug and plug back in. Hopefully we don't have to keep doing this, and then it looks like we have to log back in again. Wonderful. There we go. Now let's start. It's initiating and I'm gonna start the charging soon. We're getting 129 kilowatts. That should be much higher. We have 52 miles. We only need, if this ends up being slow, we only need like 70 miles to get to the next one.
That's it. This is where we're gonna spend the next 30 minutes. Anyway, when we leave here, we'll let you know. Show you the status of the charge. Yeah, that's where we are right now. So we have another 20 minutes or so remaining. Okay, so a quick update, because I just realized this dropped from 3 stops to 2 stops. So according to this now, instead of stopping 2 more times, as you can see here, we have only 15 minutes left. And instead of having 2 more stops before getting to Daytona, it says we're gonna stop at Brunswick, Georgia. That means that we're doing really good timing. If it's just gonna be a 2-stop drive, that's really good. I'm curious to see what's going on your side, Brian. Okay, so it just switched over to ready to go. So we're going to unplug. I'm going to unplug this right now. And now we're gonna be on the way to Daytona.
So 189, it is 12:45. They just passed us on the highway a little bit ago, but now we can skip the next charger and go to the one after that. It wasn't the greatest charging session. It got up to like 140 kilowatts, but when I stopped it at 70 some percent, we were still at 103 kilowatts. Where I get back on the road and skip the next one, but go to the one after. So after our first stop, looks like we're 12 miles behind Tesla Tino, but I think he's gonna have to stop more times than we will, maybe, because we overcharged so we can skip to the next supercharger. Plus we were having lunch, so we got plenty of juice. Hopefully we'll make it up in that time frame that he has to stop one more time. Hopefully the next charging stop will be a little bit faster than this one, because this thing's supposed to charge faster than the 140 peak is what we got on that one.
So this is the final stop, as opposite to what we thought in the beginning, that we were going to do 3 stops. We actually ended up doing only 2 stops, and this is the second one before we get to Daytona. Brian is behind us, I think about 10 miles or 8 miles. So we're doing good time. I think there's like 20 some stalls here. So I'm just gonna park it right here. We have to stop here for 35 minutes and then we continue. Let's make sure that this is optimal. So charging stopped. Start charging. Let's see what happens. Okay. So out of service. We're gonna have to move this here real quick. This is very strange to see it happen. But I'm going to grab another stall here.
So we pulled off to our charger at 2:35, but it is 3 miles off the road, off the highway, so we have to go in quite a bit to get to the charger. So that kind of adds to the time as well, along with connecting to the car. So this car may charge faster, but I think it takes longer, and hopefully it doesn't take longer in the long run to get to the chargers and actually connect to charge.
This one's working. It's going up. 212, 213, 214. So this is working as it should. Yeah, everything's looking good. Looks like we're ahead for now. Let's see what happens at the end.
She said. So while Karen's plugging that in, This is really cool because the Tesla Supercharger is still in the same town. It's just on the other side of the highway, well, 3 miles away. We had to go a little farther away to get to this charger. Basically, two chargers were basically at the same spot. The difference really is the stop we went to go to the rest area. Now the extra time getting here to charge.
I think it's because I messed up. Yeah.
Again, please unplug. Push that down again. So this is definitely taking a little longer than what Tesla would take. See if this one works. There it goes. Starting to now. So again, took a couple extra minutes, probably 2 extra minutes just to plug in the car versus what Tesla would be just, well, plug it in and walk away. So let's see if we're getting a good speed at least. We're in the car and we're getting 129, not 270. And we're in the car using the air conditioner, so it's going to be taken away a little bit from it. Let it warm up all the way. It should go pretty good here in a little bit. So this will be a short stop. We had 50 miles when we got here. We only need 84 to get to the next charger. That'll be Jacksonville, Florida. And then we just need another 84 from there. So really one more stop. So we're at 43%, 104 miles. We only need 84 to get to the next one. So we're gonna end up really low to the next one in Jacksonville. And hopefully then we'll be able to get better charging rates. Hit the button, unplug, maybe. Please unplug. I hit the button. Thank you. Jeez. All right, I gotta hand it to Tesla. You do have a better system. Definitely, you have a better system.
We are at 82% battery. We should arrive at Daytona with 5% battery, so let's unplug and let's get going because Brian is on the move. I'm gonna cut it close. So now it's just a matter of one more leg of the trip.
So we're pulling onto the highway at the same time, so we're back to even.
All right, so this is crazy because we just got on the highway and Brian is 2 cars ahead of us. So it looks like we're just gonna get there at the same time if we don't have to slow down to make it to the destination. Because right now it says that I'm supposed to get there with 6% battery. We're following each other, and depending on whether Brian has to stop or not, it's going to be a tie. Well, we just had a conversation and he just told me that he's gonna have to stop again, but I will actually get there with 16% battery based on how I'm doing. It was lower, it was at 10, and now it keeps going up. Okay, change of plans.
Congratulations. We lost.
What happened?
We have to charge because we never got fast rates. It took a little bit to charge each time to plug in, so like 2 or 3 minutes just to get everything to go. And then the most we got was 140 kilowatts. So yes, we lost yesterday. And let me, I was going over the video, I was going over the footage from Tesla Tino, and I got my thoughts. I got my thoughts on why we lost. So we conceded the race after 400 miles. Tesla Tino won by a landslide because I thought in the beginning that he needed to charge 3 times, and so did we. And maybe it wouldn't have been if we got the fast charging like we were supposed to, but we never did. He got very fast charging, so as we merged onto the highway right next to each other after the second time charging, I'm thinking, dude, this is really cool because I thought we were even. We'd have to charge 1 more time each, and it's perfect setup because we would get to the finish line 5 minutes apart or something like that. That would have been perfect. I messaged him while we were driving and told him we had to stop in this time. When was he stopping next? And he said he had enough to make it there with 15% battery. So at that point I said, congratulations, you won. I probably should have let him go just to see, you know, if we were going to be behind by 20 minutes or a half hour or something like that, which it probably would have been. Actually, probably would have been less because once we did pull off, because he followed us to our charger, I was actually getting 266 kilowatts, and we would have been there for 10 minutes, and not even 10 minutes, and then we'd have been on our way. So we probably would have been 15-20 minutes behind him after driving to it, because again, it was 3 minutes off the highway. So yes, Tesla won, but I don't think it is a drastic thing where that the Electrify America network is crap. We didn't run into a problem where nothing was working. It was just not working up to speed of what it should have been. We didn't find things were broken. Actually, Tesla Tino was the only one that had a problem where he had to jump on the second charging stop. He had to jump to another charger. We never did. We just had to unplug and have it connect to the app. And so yes, Tesla Tino won, the Tesla network won versus Electrify America. But the difference I noticed was the time frame going to the chargers and the speed that the Tesla was able to get right away. The Tesla can charge at 250 kilowatts, and usually that's for a short period of time in the beginning, but it was nice to see when I'm reviewing his footage that it jumped up to 235 right away both times he charged. And he was able to sustain that for a lot of period of time. So once he got to 50% battery, which is a good amount of range for him, he was still just dropping under 100 kilowatts. When we plugged in, after it took an extra 2 minutes or 3 minutes to get to the charger because it was farther off the highway, I'm not making excuses, this is just logistically what happened. It took multiple times, a couple minutes to plug in, unplug, try to connect through the app, and then plug it back in. It took an extra 3 minutes or so each time we charged. And then we only got 130 kilowatts, but it stayed at 130 kilowatts. Check that out. Helicopter interrupting my video, but at least it stayed at 130 or 140 kilowatts. That's not bad. It's doable on a trip. And we didn't really notice that, if we weren't racing him, it wouldn't have been that bad. Tesla is all integrated and it just works. After seeing both, I've obviously used the Tesla Supercharger network, but after seeing both, it's kind of like Apple versus PC. Apple's everything's integrated. It just works. No matter what, it's going to work. The Electrify America is like a PC where you have to overbuild something and hope that it works. And that is a huge problem I see. Although it's tough to get around because you have all these other cars that can charge off of that network. I really can't wait to see what my car can do once Tesla unlocks the charging network for all EVs. Hopefully they do that soon by the end of the year here. I'd love to try it out, because if I can get 250 kilowatts as soon as I plug in and it doesn't taper because my car is actually talking to that charging network saying, hey, give me as much as you can, I think that's going to be huge for me. So is the charging network crap? No, it is not. Electrify America needs work, of course, but it's not crap. The last charging stop was very, very fast, and that's the way it should be, and hopefully that's the way it is on the way home. I'm still in Daytona Beach. It's actually Monday. It's actually my birthday. That's why we decided to stay a little bit longer. We're leaving tomorrow, and then we're actually heading to, on the way home, we're going to head to Electrify Garage out in Ocala, Florida. If you're in the area, you should check them out for any customization stuff. We're going to go check out Chris there and have some fun there on the way home. But I had a blast hanging out here with Tesla Tino and his wife. So much fun. We should do Tesla rallies and places like this on the ocean, stop at, have some fun, nightlife, head to the next place. I think that'd be a blast. What do you think? Let me know down below. If you want to join that, it won't be cheap, because places like this are not cheap. And we're staying at the Hard Rock in Daytona Beach, and so much fun, so much fun. As always, stay awesome, stay positive. Again, this was not a negative thing at all. Yes, Tesla won. That's actually, I think, a positive thing. Shows Electrify America how they need to fix things, how they need to get better. I'll see you on the next one. I'm gonna enjoy the rest of the day.